All right. He's ready? I'm ready. Good morning to each and every one of us. Prince Todd, transmitting from Channel 4. Let the cosmic energy light and all that goodness, pure light, flow in, the Holy Spirit. Don't fight against anything. Just let it all flow in and become the flow, or just go with the flow. Okay, whatever's easier for you guys. Now I'm going to ring the bell. Cast away all those evil archons and darkness and dark spirits, everything that is around us and surrounds us. Now we'll bring in Merlin again. I don't mind the little Merlin coming in. Won't put him in there as in your face as much. Yeah, we'll just have him sitting there. We know he's there anyway. So let's mourn our losses. A bit of reflection, mourn our losses. But not let that define who we are. Okie dokie. So, I was just there and I was looking at, there's podcasts called Unemployment. That's not a bad podcast. I was just enjoying that. And we made Defy Worlds, is it? Not too bad. Keep up the good work. Keep going how we going. But we need to start lifting humanity up. Humanity again, because as Bob Catter said, there is no women out there having babies because they want to wait until, they got a house and this and that. But in the true sense of it all, they're not going to be until 40 or 50, and if they have it. Excuse me, I'm going to have a drink because my throat's a bit dry. The ministries are all going to come alive again, as God has said all his ministries need to come alive. You need to catch on board who I am. I truly am my authentic self for progress and prosperity. The king of prosperity. The king of prosperity. So if you want things to start going right, I'll have the absolute authority to kick these corrupt bastards in the arse. And that's how we have our true royal courts for your true blue bloods. I can't express it or sensualise it. We just need to go forward. We just need to go forward, and you guys need to find me. I have found yous. Yous need to find me, and we'll get this show on the road. Simple as that. Okay? Yes, there's a few there that I take on board, like Bob Cutter and so forth, but he's been there for 50 years. Has he had really made a change in 50 years? I can make a change like that, just with my spirituality and who I am. Who I am. Make big changes, because that's what I do. Yes. But I have to get humanity up on that next plane. We have to go up into the fifth dimensional. And it's going to be sensational. There's that word, sensational. I just woke up, so a few words are going to come and go. And algorithms, that's what we need to pick up in the YouTube. The algorithms. So, yeah, more people like, the more places we're going to go. I know, sooner or later, but I prefer it sooner, to just go all around planet Earth. Just to get it out there, but whatever the universe delivers, we just got to wait for the universe to deliver. And more gifts. as I found out that gift with me Scorpio, or Scorpius, but Antares, or Antares, the Royal Star and Guardian of the West. Another thing I learned. And every day, the whole universe just keeps throwing curved balls at me. But I embrace it. Some you learn from, some you don't. As I say, you open one door, if you don't like it, close it, go through another door. But show no fear. Be brave about it and have courage about it. Keep pushing along. Young ones will get it sooner or later, but as he said too, I didn't know how doctrinated, as I said, these 20-year-olds are coming up now and saying the climate change, because they've been brainwashed and manipulated and corrupted so much with the climate change. You got to think we've only been here for a small time on planet Earth, civilization, well, us human beings and civilization, how we know it in our time here, and it's been a short time. Okay, so yes, we love the Aboriginals. I love every race on the. We're all Earthlings, so we all love each other. Okay, so that's not we put that to bed. We all love each other. Love, love, love. That is not a problem. That's not an issue. It's as we say, those fanatical ones. They call them extremists. I call them fanaticals because they've lost. Well, the big picture on who they are. They get so wrapped up. You could be fanatical about Garfield, and all you're talking about is Garfield. That's fanatical. You've got to talk. Let's talk about the coffee. Oh no, we're Garfield. Oh, let's talk about the blue. Oh no, Garfield. They're fanatical. They can't get off the one subject, and they'll push everything onto you to brainwash you about Garfield. And they don't want to talk about anything else. That's being fanatical, and it's just very narrow-minded. And then when they start getting aggressive about it, then we got problems. But we need to claw back and bring back the reins, control the narrative. Yes, you'd have a king on the throne. And I believe the people are ready for a king. I think we'll jump for joy because I can push the agenda and round up all these corrupt ones, and don't worry about paying me because I do this for nothing. I do it for nothing. I do it for the love of our people. Okay, these are our children. And as I say, these are the jewel in the crown. And then we get the crown, and we have the crown and the sovereignty and the authority and spiritual love. And bridging the spiritual world into the material world here. As I say, I am ready to receive. I receive the anointment of God our Father, and to take my rightful place here on this plane. Pretty straightforward. I'm surprised I'm not looking out my window now and seeing the nice cars and the musketeers or me protectors rolling up. It must be very, very, very soon. As I say, I can feel the energy all around me. And I put out that positive love. Okie dokie, lovelies. We'll just get into our cards, I think. Get into our lovely numbers. As I say, I'm proud of you, Bob Carter and Pauline Hanson. And I just looked at that Cameron then, Mr. Cameron. But he was in Parliament House. He was only young. As I say, as you get older, you start reflecting on life and thinking, shit, what have I done wrong? And it's about your redemption too. And a lot of people have done a lot of things wrong. And I tell you what, it's a privilege even to get to the age of 60. That's a privilege. And I touched base with the Aboriginals. Yes, love the Aboriginals. And we are all caretakers out now. We're all stalwarts of this great, vast country of ours we're residing on. You plant your feet on there and stay grounded with Mother Gaia. And I said, there's Rock, Uluru. As I say, just got to get your act together. I've got my act together. I'm ready to go. And as I say, with that other bloke was SAS when I was down on Jervis Bay in the Navy back in the 80s, or TRV tuna. Would have been 1987 or so. We had the SAS and they were doing exercises. And what they were doing, they were parachuting in, I think, from the Caribous or whatever plane they were, or they might have done it by a helicopter, I don't know, big Caribou or something. But anyway, they parachuted down onto the water about total darkness on Jervis Bay water, and then we had to go out and pick them up with the TRV tuna. But the stories the SAS told me, and some of them were a little bit, well, you can imagine, a little bit mixed up on what they've gone through, the trauma and that they've seen. And that's why, trying to lower them down a peg or two. But then, we went back to the Junior Sailors Mess, which is just a piss bar at HMA's Creswell, and we got on the beers together. So, once we had those beers, you can imagine what stories they were telling me. So, I'm up there with the SAS, okay, and I've a lot of pride, and a lot of strength I put out there for the SAS. I give each other strength. We give each other strength. I know what you've gone through. I wasn't there fighting beside you, but listening to your stories, you take heart. Anyway, moving right along. Something else I wanted to speak about. Take me rightful place. Let's go. Humdinger. Showtime. It's showtime. There's your double threes, triple threes. Okie dokie. $0440. We had that before, didn't we? 1122. Oh well, we'll have to run with it. It's on the bottom. 1001. Alright, so we've got back to the gut feeling. You're going to have to use your gut feeling and proceed and do whatever your gut feel and whatever your hunch and whatever it's telling you. Let's do this. Showtime. Intuition. Betrayal and treachery, and it's very hard. They'll never gain our trust back, this government. They'll never do it. Never. It's been broken once and for all, and that's it. And as Bob Cutter said, I don't know. I don't think we're right to the cliff at this point in time. You put me in on the throne, and trust me, we'll be pushing back. I can see the cliff. I know what he's talking about. And perhaps quite a few of us say, I'm not over the cliff. I'll tell you right now. I'm pushing back, and this is why I'm here now and through the universe, and this is why you are here listening to your prince, because the universe has called you here. Okay? The frequencies and the vibrations. And if I didn't give a shit, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys now. I'd be living my life on the beach and doing what I'm doing. But it's a calling. It's my calling. You have to respond to your callings. It's like, in case of emergency, break glass. That's what it's like. And you set the alarm off. You cannot sleep in your bed with that horrible ringing noise going off all the time. You have to push the button and respond and do whatever it takes to help the people. Our people. That's how it works. And I'll tell you a really, really funny story, and you're not going to believe this one. When I was down there at Wallewa Bay doing security at Wallewa Bay Hotel, I was coming home one night, and I was doing about 75 or 72 Ks in a 60 K zone. And yes, the blue light went past me. So I've just pulled up. Wyong Lease Hub was on the other side, but I've just pulled up and waited for them. And then they pulled in, 2 in number. And, they got out and they knew exactly who I was. I said, listen, Prince, because you're a prince doesn't mean you've got to obey the laws here too. I said, yes, I know that, And I looked at his name tag and it was Abel. I said, Mr. Abel, just out of curiosity, who is your colleague in the car? And it was Cain and Abel. Now, all I said was, I hope you two are getting on better now. And he said, yes, we are. And now he got in the car and he left. No, I didn't get a ticket, but I got spoken to. I got a caution. But that just opened my eyes, and that's what my whole journey's been like, spiritually. Going up to people asking who they are spiritually. Yes, I'm King Harold's bloody descendant, the spirit of King Harold, or they might be the spirit of Attila the Hun or Alexander the Great. And there's another thing with Aboriginals. I don't know why they're indoctrinating our children saying we stole this land. It's God's land, for starters. Aboriginals were caretakers there. Now we blend into it with the Aboriginals and we all become caretakers of this great southern land. No need to be aggressive or aggro with one another. It's all peace, love and light. Pure light. As I said, there's going to be more and more ministries happening. And God wants his fold back. Going astray with all this dark, insidious corruption. And as that other bloke, I think it was the Divide Channel, that's another thing he said. Back in the day, it was only 4 times your wage to buy a house. Now it's up to 16 times your wage to buy a house. Now, a perfect example, back here in 2017, up on the Queensland coast, I bought a block of land for 85 grand. Less than 10 years down the track, 10 years now, because we're in 2026, as I said, time's going fast. 2026, so 9 years down the track, it went from 85 grand up to 400 grand. To build a house was 225,000, 4-bedroom ensuite, butler's kitchen, 225 grand. To build that same house today is double, 400 grand. So there is something sinister and something dark in play. As I say, blind Freddy can see it. As I say, I'll take the throne, I'll take the reins back, and watch us soar like an eagle. Soar like an eagle. Rise from the ashes like a phoenix. And sting like a scorpion. Okay, so follow your gut. It's more than just a feeling. Be real with people. We've done this one. You can look at me backlog archives. And that's what someone said the other day. Oh, what is the Royal Star? Well, tune into my channels and I'll bloody well tell yous on what Antares, the Royal Star, and one of the Persians, 4. There's 4 of them. 4 Royal Stars. Now, that Antares is the guardian of the West. Okay? Now, I didn't know. That's something I've learned in the last couple of days, and then I research it as I want to know the internal workings of existence. Why we exist. And I investigate why we exist. I told you, reason, meaning and purpose. And your life goals, your life mission. 1122, we've done that card too, so I'll keep it short there. Now 1001, new beginnings. As I say, new beginnings works in cycles. Personal development, prioritising creativity and healing in the right direction. A new phase in a religious or spiritual quest. I just said this. I just said it. This is what God, the message from God, our Creator, Supreme Being, God, this is what He wants. A new phase in a religious or spiritual quest. You're going through a spiritual awakening which can feel like the dark night of the soul. And you aren't alone. We're all in this together, okay? You're on the path to enlightenment, and this too shall pass. Beautiful cards. Beautiful cards. So they go back in their packet. Look at all the beautiful stars on the back of them. As I say, not only all those little specks down there in Parliament, we're a better speck. We're a good speck. But find dust particles from stardust. Now, tarot cards. 1, 2, 3. Push out all the dark energy. Bring in all the light energy, all the good ones, all our ancestors. What do our ancestors have to say? Well, ancient ancestors. And there was a few tyrants there in the pharaohs. There was some good, as I said, there's good and bad in everything. Pharaohs, kings, good and bad kings. And as I say, with Alexander the Great, or the Romans, or Attila the Hun, when they conquered countries, did they give compensation back to the people? No. And as one elder Aboriginal said the other day, he was talking to Ray, and he said, Ray, let's just drop the past, but let's go forward. Yes, we learn from the past, and we go forward, and this present moment is now. This is our future now. And I am coming in and transmitting now from our future. But we change the future. We can change the future in big ways. Big ways, because I am capable of doing big things. Through my master numbers, 11, 22 and 33. And then all the other harnessed energy. Very strong. Very strong and very spiritual. And I've got the physical strength too, and I have the nous. The nous to pull this thing off. Okay, pull this thing off in a big way. Strength card just went. Yeah, so we're drawing all the good stuff. Cheers. Lovely job, Lee. Good old Bob Catter, eh? Never met the man, but spiritually you sort of disconnect. And with all those other podcasts on the telly I've just been watching. Yep, they're doing a great job. You're doing a great job, and it's fantastic and wonderful and beautiful how it's going. But I just like it to speed up more. More results, more likes on my channel. Start spreading the word like wildfire. Start talking it throughout the land, and this is the way I like it to go anyway. I want you to talk about you amongst yourselves. If someone doesn't get it, walk away from them, walk away from those toxic people, and they're probably corrupt anyway, because if they don't want to listen to it, then they're just not involved, or they just don't get it. So you walk away. And as I said, all this corruption and darkness and insidious shit happening, you've got to see it for yourselves now. I just told you the price of property in 217 to 226. There's something dark happening. And it's happening big time, and we're free fall. I'm not over the cliff. And I'm holding Bob Cutter said, if you're over the cliff, mate, I've got your hand. And I'll be pulling you back up over the cliff, Bob. And you're standing right beside me. Because we fight. We fight together, shoulder to shoulder. No one's going over the cliff. And no one's in free fall. I've just seen the wild card. All right, let's see what we've got. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Wands, it's a yes. Queen of Wands, 2 yes cards. Temperance, which is a yes. Temperance. Trumpet, Revelations, the trumpets. Oh, the Star. And Page of Wands. All yes cards. I think maybe. No, they're yes. All yes cards. We go forward in big leaps and bounds. And we push it. Push the agenda forward. Keep pushing it. And as I say, talk amongst your buddies, your mates, your friends, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, husbands and wives. And as I said, if they don't get it, don't force it on anyone. You'll know how to say it. And just say, oh, there's a prince out there and the prince is coming. And this is how it was said through the day before social media. You spread it throughout the land. When there's a prince throughout the land, and I know this land better than anybody, I'm telling you. The whole planet Earth in general. Been here for a few thousand years now. So we go forward in leaps and bounds. Keep pushing it. Keep pushing the envelope, or envelope. There's another 2 words. Envelope. We'll keep going forward, but keep going forward. Now, I upset the dog out there now. Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles usually means that money and property will increase. And it also indicates that things are firmly rooted and the future is bright. Now, the chakras on these cards, that comes from your crown chakra. So if we can increase wealth and property, we can decrease it too and stabilise it. Everything needs to be stabilised. It's out of hand. The darkness has even lost control. The third eye chakra, Queen of Wands. Able to balance all aspects well. Leo, Moon. The Queen of Wands is more positive with ideas and practical actions and often indicates success and things is going smoothly according to one's plans, God's plans. The solar plexus chakra. And balance all your chakras. Balance it all through your meditation and your yoga and so forth. Anything you do to get with your inner self, balance all those chakras. The temperance refers to the soul and is usually associated with communication and coordination. This is why we've got to all meet up and do coordination and commitment and have communication. The communication, we're losing communication somewhere. So we've all got to get together. We think the same and think alike. But you need a king to lead you to prosperity, the king of prosperity. The water of wisdom in a bottle is a dynamic good detachment and also represents hope and commitment. Faith, love, hope, and faith. And that was a good one. That was, your solar plexus and the star in tears. That's what I say. Follow the royal star. That's what's happening. Crown chakra, the star. The star is about reconnecting with one soul and a divinity, representing a hopeful, bright future where all promises and dreams may come true. Requires a certain distance to clean itself of sludge. We've got to get rid of all that sludge, drain the swamp down there in Canberra or Canberra. And then you got the Page of Wands, which is staying grounded with your Page of Wands. Energy represented by the Page of Wands only serves others and requires with little affirmation or approval from others. We already have approval. All good. All good. Well, look at that. Good cards. Good cards. And then the star. And then the Page of Wands. Stay grounded. It's all moving. It's all moving very, very fast. And it's going to happen very abruptly, just like that, okay? So everyone that's tuned into my videos, I think I've made over 100 videos now, so there might be enough to push us over the line, and I'll just come back every now and then to see our progress. But, well and truly ready. Ace of Wands, Page of Cups. Yep. All hunky-dory. Fine as a fiddle. Fine as a fiddle. Okay, so we just keep pushing forward. I'm just going to, this is just, for argument's sake, I'm just going to draw one more. See what comes up. Give us strength. Give us strength. Okay. And let strength be the force to reckon with. The reckoning. Reformation. Renaissance. The Renaissance. Okay, so put that chakra back in there. And as we said, expansion, prosperity with Jupiter. Mars, action. We take action. Time for action, okay? Activation DNA. It's like a operation. Activation DNA, and we take action. And we acknowledge who we are. Acknowledge your authentic selves, and acknowledge and be aware that there is a prince here to help and assist and take his rightful place. That's what it's all about. Now, what to our lovely, as I say, there was good pharaohs and there was nice pharaohs. There was good kings and bad kings. Okay, we just take it how it comes, because when you got dark and light, you'll have a dark king in there. Like at the moment, we've got dark governments in our Western world. That's why me being a guardian of the West, I have to rectify this, my job. I do my job as a prince. That's what a prince does. I rectify it. I go in there, there's a problem, I'll fix it up, and I'll shoot through again after it's all fixed and leave it for you guys, and hopefully you keep it fixed. Don't let greed and gluttony and all those 7 deadly sins with the temptation of the devil himself with those deadly sins. As I say, I never lose faith in our people. My people. Come coming under God's crown. Remember who you are. What do we have? Enlightening, higher consciousness of the consciousness, humanity. Humanity. And it's good that card, I think I drew it again yesterday, and that's what's on the bottom of the card. We had that card yesterday. So, what are we going to pick up now? Healing. It's all about healing. Healing and Genesis, where it all began. And then we have intelligence. Have to use our nous. Use your nous. Big universe goes to galaxies and super galaxies, and we just haven't really explored it all. We're just sitting here on planet Earth. Oh yeah, with astral, you can astral travel and so forth, but make sure you come back. Don't get lost, otherwise you won't come back. Okay, so we've got Genesis, and then we have intelligence. And then we got to have healing, Jaguar, the Jaguar. I'm the Jaguar, Mayan or Aztec, Jaguar. Or the cheetah, I think that might be a cheetah. Then we got the lovely Sun and Horus. Okay, so it's all good, I cannot see, I don't understand what is stopping us from moving on. All the rituals are there, all the signs are there, all the symbols are there. We've just got a channel. I've just got a channel into you guys now. Channel. And that word that I said, abracadabra, there's another special word for that too, which create out of speech. You create out of speech. All right, lovelies. Bye for now. Transmitting from Channel 4. Receiving. Taking my rightful place. Let it all flow out. Positive energy. Stay away from the toxic people and stay away from the corruption. Don't be tempted. No temptation whatsoever. Stay righteous. And we go forward in leaps and bounds. Big things are going to happen because I am capable of making big things happen. Mum's the word. Cheerio.